reception for the Governor General and people of Jamaica was held at the Sheraton Kingston Hotel.
Ababa. Things look pretty serious now, so the Italian population is leaving for the coast and safety. Abyssinian royal family at home. The Empress. She recently appealed to the women of the world for their intervention to prevent war. Yet, should war be unavoidable, here is the young Prince Saleh, looking much too happy to realize the danger of war.
Portsmouth. Her duty done, the cruiser Gambia, dressed overall and flying the Ethiopian flag, is joined by Shackletons of Coastal Command in paying tribute to a royal visitor. In the dark days of war. After the Portsmouth ceremonial, the journey to London, and right on time, the Pullman glided into Victoria Station, where a warm and kindly welcome awaited the royal guest, who claims descent from King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. Then royal introductions. The Duke of Edinburgh, Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, and other members of the royal family. Father on the long journey. Illness had prevented the Empress from making the visit. Escorted by Her Majesty, the Emperor passed along the line of civic dignitaries of London, statesmen headed by the Prime Minister, Mr. Eden, and service chiefs who had also come to welcome. The battalion, the Grenadier Guards, provided the guard of honor. The Emperor, in Field Marshal's uniform, wore a cocked hat plumed with lions' manes. Cheers of Londoners, the royal visitor no doubt recalled his last visit in 1935. At that time, driven from his country by invading armies, he'd found refuge, sympathy, and a haven in the heart of Britain. So, in 1954, the Emperor returns, a proud monarch and an honored guest, on a day of autumnal splendor and pageantry.
In a world obsessed with same headlines, one nation's story has been quietly unfolding. A story of ancient empires, revolutions, and resilience. This is Ethiopia, the country that nobody's talking about, but should. Ethiopia is not just another African country on the map. It's one of the world's oldest civilization, a kingdom that traces its lineage to the Queen of Sheba and King Solomon. The only African nation to resist colonization, defeating Italy at the Battle of Adawa in 1896. But the empire fell in 1974. The monarchy was overthrown by the Derg, a Marxist-Leninist military junta regime. What followed was a decade of dictatorship, famine, and civil war. In 1991, the Derg collapsed, replaced by the Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front, a coalition that brought some stability but also ethnic tensions. Fast forward to 2018, a young leader by the name of Abiy Ahmed promised reforms and unity. For a moment, Ethiopia seemed ready to leap forward.
It's been a good first year for Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. At 42, the Ethiopian leader is the youngest on the African continent.
President Mandela. He is a breath of fresh air. His outlook is amazing. He's tapped into the mood not only of Ethiopians but of people all across the continent.
Until the conflict in Tigray erupted, threatening the unravel of years of progress. Despite the turbulence, Ethiopia holds immense potential. With over 120 million people, the second most populous nation in Africa, it has a vast labor force, fertile lands and a huge hydroelectric ambitions, including the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam, which recently opened. It sits at the Horn of Africa, a crossroad of trade between the Middle East and Africa, a strategic location any global power would covet. Ethiopia's economy has been one of the fastest growing in Africa in the past 2 decades. It is the birthplace of coffee, a leader in distance running, and a home to a young, ambitious population. If we can stabilize politically, resolve ethnic divisions, and harness its natural resources, Ethiopia could emerge as a major African powerhouse, influencing trade, security, and diplomacy in the region. Ethiopia's story is not just about the past, it's about what's still possible. The question isn't whether Ethiopia matters, the question is why aren't we paying attention?